is the secret to success? Can anyone tell me what the secret to success is? Drum roll. It's hard work. But you already knew that, didn't you? People will tell me, alam na namin yun eh. Give me the real stuff. Give me the secret stuff, the real juice. The stuff that differentiates a regular person from a very successful person. And at the end of the day, it is hard work. That is it. That is the entire solution. Hard work is just the beginning. Sa buhay natin, hindi enough yung hard work. We have to be more efficient. We have to understand our bodies, for example, because we are finite people. And we cannot expect our bodies to perform when we do not understand how it works. And at the same time, I think that it's very important for us to develop the proper attitude when it comes to work, because it will be our guiding light in achieving that success that we are looking for. Okay, this is another truism. There is no formula to success. It sounds like a cop-out, but it's true. Well, if you guys find the formula, then let me know. But ang totoo niyan, different things will work for different people. I can talk to you about my work ethic, about best practices, about how I make sure that I come out with good stories. But at the end of the day, each and every one of us will have their own secret, their own formula, their own best practice that will help them out to achieve their job. So, while it is not a formula to success, meron pa rin siyang mga guides. Meron pa rin mga ways that we can find commonality, and that is what I want to discuss with you today. And it will also be a constant struggle. Confession time. Marami akong sasabihin today, but sa totoo lang, like 70% of that, I can't even do on my own. I just know that I have to do it. I have to remind myself every day that this is what it takes. So don't feel bad if you don't achieve all of these things, because if you want to dream big and if you want to achieve your dreams, it's not going to be done overnight. You have to do it on a daily basis, and that's what I've learned in my job. I don't want to sound like a lecturer here, so I want to share with you a bit about my life so that I will gain some credibility with this audience. Let me see. Show of hands. Sino ba dito ang 20s? All right. Oh. Sinungaling. Okay. 30s? 30s? 40s? All right. 50s? Wala ng 50. Meron? Okay, so we are basically at the same part of our career. It's kind of not in the beginning, but it's not at the end, so it's mid-career, di ba? It is this stage of our lives when we are kind of also thinking of what the next step will be. Kasi marami na rin tayong mga napatunayan. We know that we can do this job, but the question is, what comes after? So that is also where I am at this stage in my life. And that is why what I will be saying today may be relevant for you. So let me give you a little bit of my life, my life journey. So this is a picture of me and my sister. My sister is on the left. No. So this is one of the earliest pictures of my family. So I came from a very, I would say, modest family of modest means. It is a middle class family. We didn't have a lot in life. We didn't go to regular vacations abroad and things like that. I've lived in the same house for 32 years. It's a very close-knit family, and most of the things that I have learned in my life and the things that I apply in my own life are reflected in the own values that my parents have. So my upbringing is very important. And one of the things that they encouraged us to do is to try out many different things. So bata pa lang ako, I was already trying a lot of stuff. One of them would be theater. So this is one of my earliest attempts at theater. Can anyone guess what my role in this particular picture is? So I was one of the three wise men. I heard one of the compositions that my dad was playing in the house one day, that I asked my dad to help me get some lessons. And I studied the flute for a few years. And aside from doing the flute, sports was also a big part of my life, and also Five and Up. Five and Up was a big part of my childhood. Kasi through this show, I was able to explore. I was able to meet so many people and find out how stuff is done, how money is made, for example, how ice cream tasted in different flavors. So it was really opened my mind to the big wide world, this wonderful world that I could explore. And I carried that on until I grew older, hanggang sa araw na to, in fact. But another big part of my life is also sports. We started swimming when I was very young. I think I was around 3 years old at this time. Sports, I always say this when I get invited to speak in gatherings of students, usually young people, mga grade school students or high school students. I always tell them to get into a sport. It doesn't matter what sport it is. Some people say, hindi talaga ako physical I'm an artist or something. That is not true. Each and every one of us can be good at a sport if you can just believe yourself that you can do it and you can just give yourself that push. So I'm not asking everyone to become Olympic champions. We won't all become Beo Laceros or Eric Buhains, but sports really teaches us so much, and this is proven in my life experience. This picture was taken during the national championships for triathlon in Dumaguete, and this is the second to the last round of the running leg of triathlon. So I was already running, and I was running second. The first, my biggest rival was ahead of me. He was, I would say, 20 meters ahead of me. And in running, 20 meters is a long distance. Parang lalo na pag last part na, last two, I would say last kilometer of the race. So I was thinking at that time, di ko na kaya. But I decided to just push a little further, give it that extra bit of effort. And I found my legs once again, and then I ran as fast as I could. And then, inabutan ko yung nangunguna right before the finish line. And I crossed the finish line. And I was so happy. And then I found out, kulang pa pala ako ng isang round. So I was so jubilant. Yeah, I'm the champion! Tapos parang yung mga tao, Sir, isa pa. Oh my goodness. As yung, syempre, yung nangunguna sa akin, nalagpasan uli ako. So at that point, inisip ko, tatakbo pa ba ako ulit? Kaya lang, jahe. Biro mo nakaupo ako doon, tapos lahat ng mga tao parang nakatitig lang sa'yo, parang, hindi ka pa tapos. So I decided to run again. And if any of you guys are into running, you know how difficult it is to start running again once you've stopped. And once you're so tired. So, but I had to do it. Kasi, alam niyo, dalawang bagay lang ang nag-motivate sa atin sa buhay Fear and embarrassment. At that moment, it was embarrassment. So I had to show everyone that, no big deal. Kaya ko ba to? I can do it. Pero sa loob-loob ko, oh no, di ko na kaya. So anyway, this guy was ahead of me, more than 20 meters this time. Tapos sabi ko, okay lang, I'll settle for second. Second is not so bad. Then I thought, all of those Fridays, all of those weekends, hindi kami nakakagimik. Kasi gimikan nung time na yan college yan Hindi ako nakapunta sa mall. Lagi akong nagtitraining. For second place? I mean, come on, this is the race. This is a national championship. So, pinilit ko na sarili ko as I focused my mind on the task of running faster. Just putting one foot ahead of the other. And then I found my second wind. Parang my body started reacting to my mind. And then I was able to pass, on cue. And then I was able to pass my greatest rival once again. And I ended up first in the junior category. I think that deserves a round of applause. So the effort paid off. Again, sports was a big part of my life. So fast forward to today, all of those life experiences has been distilled into this career, which is broadcasting, reporting for the news. And I've been doing this for 7 years. And I love doing it. it was supposed to just be a break after I finished my degree in applied physics. I was supposed to take a break before taking my master's degree. Pero life happened. So now I'm a reporter, and I will tell you how I got there. This is one of the things that has been the highlight of my life so far, not just my career. So I guess everyone is familiar with this picture. That is Typhoon Haiyan. That is Typhoon Yolanda in the Philippines. And if you guys are weather nuts, you know that if you get a typhoon that is so well defined as that, you have an eye that is so circular and you can almost see straight through it into the ocean, that means that you have a very, very strong typhoon. And over here is the Philippines. You see it? And I was over here, somewhere there in Tacloban City. My aim as a journalist is to spur some kind of reaction, any kind of emotion from the viewers. It may be sadness, it may be outrage, it may be to inspire them, but any emotion is good because it is the genesis of the things that we want to achieve. So this is what I've made a career out of, telling stories. And along the way, before even reaching this point, there are a couple of things that I've learned. First is life happens. Like I said, the best laid out plans are great, but they usually don't happen the way we plan it to. For example, I took up physics. I wanted to become a scientist. I wanted to do research. I wanted to fiddle with lasers and do programming and stuff like that. I took a year off from physics, and then I'm here. I didn't plan to be a journalist. I never wanted to be a journalist. When I was younger, I wanted to become a scientist. In fact, the first thing I wanted to do was to become a policeman because they had nice helmets. And then I wanted to become a fireman because they had even nicer helmets. But it didn't work out that way. So what is the lesson here? Meron tayong mga pangarap sa buhay. We project a certain image of ourselves 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. But if it doesn't work out the way we plan, that's okay because that's life happening. And we have to make the best of the opportunities that come our way. Before I move on with this, I want to share with you a great quote from a guy named Richard Branson from Virgin Airlines. He said that, He said that if an opportunity presents itself in a field that you have no expertise in, say yes right away and then study. So that is a great attitude, I think, when it comes to life. We have to embrace these changes. We have to embrace the fact that things can happen without, we can't control things from happening, and we just have to make the best out of each opportunity. The next is that good is the enemy of great. So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Well, the relationship between being great and being good is not a harmonious one. It is antagonistic. Sure, before we become great, we have to become good. Diba? Parang stepping stone yan eh. We are okay, we are good, and then we are great. So, there is a process of becoming from mediocre to somebody who is a standout. Pero, before we become great, we have to battle with ourselves, with our good self. Why? Kasi a lot of people are good, a lot of companies are good, and that is precisely the problem. That is the fact, and that is the thing that keeps them from becoming great. It's easy to become good because you know how to perform. It takes less risk. You can go day in and day out sa trabaho mo and you know that you can perform an acceptable job. In fact, a good job. But if you want to become great, you have to push yourself even further, and you have to do that on a daily basis. I produce reports every day, so I have a benchmark. I can see if my stories are good. Pwede kayang tignan araw-araw. Kailan ako nagdenervyos? Nagdenervyos ako kapag nanonood ako ng story ako, tapos tingin ko, maganda. Maganda naman siya. Kasi at that moment, naiisip ko, nako, parang kukumpiyansa na ata ako. I don't think I'm growing anymore. I can produce a story about an accident with my eyes closed. Even with my hands behind my back. I-dictate ko na lang sa PA. It's that easy. I've been doing it for such a long time that I can do it almost automatically. But that's the problem. I have to find a new innovation. I have to look at my work and see where it needs improvement. And that isn't something that we do on a quarterly basis. We do that on a daily basis. I have to do that on a daily basis. I have to remind myself to become critical of my work. Next is hard work. Work hard work, ulit. Hard work is really the key. I'm sorry, but I have to repeat this because the tendency for a lot of us is we underestimate work and we overestimate talent. Is this true? We underestimate work and we overestimate smarts. Diba? Kasi talented Kaya magaling si so-and-so. Kaya sikat si X dahil sa galing he's born with it or she's born with it. I think that is the wrong way to approach life. In fact, most of the people that we think of as successful aren't the smartest ones or aren't the most talented ones. They are the most hardworking. So if you are smart and if you are talented, then there is no hope for you. Naniwala naman. I'm kidding. Ano ba? Guys, okay yung smarts, okay yung talent, but it can only get us so far. Life is a race that goes on every day. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's an ultra-marathon. Smart people and talented people may get ahead in the first few meters, in the first few moments of their life. But if they don't keep working hard, their talent and their smarts becomes a crutch. Dahil sa magaling sila, kaya nilang mag-cruise along Kaya kong gawin yan kahit na nakapikit ako, ganyan. But it is the hardworking people who eventually overtake them. In the same way na, alam niyo man yung parable, di ba? The tortoise and the hare. So yung wag na lang hare, yung rabbit, tutulog siya dun sa pansitan dahil sa he's so far ahead that the turtle actually overtakes the talented person. And that is the same with life. We have to bring back hard work as the only virtue that is necessary for us to succeed. Sabi nga kanina ni Joel, if you devote 10,000 hours at anything, you'll become an expert at it. And I believe that. Next. Consistency is key. Alam natin to, merong mga araw na gigising ka sa umaga and you don't feel like working out. Diba? Pagod or naantok ako But what separates the champions from the ones who are just doing this as a recreation? Champions don't have a choice. They have to train, even if they don't feel like it, even if they have a hangover sometimes. They have to do it day in and day out. It doesn't matter if they're motivated. It doesn't matter if they have a bad performance for that day. They have to settle into that groove and do that each and every day. And that's what makes them great. Next, be a hedgehog. So in life, we have to find out where we are good at. We can't be distracted with all of the complexities of life. Sabi nga nila, sa buhay, you can only really do one great thing and then one good thing. So we should be able to distill all of our efforts into maybe one thing, but kung madali ka mabore, maybe two things. And in that one thing, you can do really well, and then that other thing, you can do decently. So pwedeng superstar model and philanthropist. No, I'm just inventing stuff. But whatever it is, pwede kang maging, halimbawa, you can become a great journalist and then maybe a decent pianist. So it's all about focus. You have to find what you're good at and then concentrate on that thing and not be distracted. Okay. Next is focus. Self-explanatory. Studies say that if you're focused on just one task, you are 50% more engaged and 50% more likely to succeed. Focus is also something that we can train to do. Ang hirap kasi nowadays, sobrang daming distraction. We have so many devices. We can watch TV, we can tweet, we can do Instagram, we can chat using WhatsApp. But we have to train ourselves to become focus and not multitaskers. Kasi kapag multitasking tayo palagi, nasasana yung katawan natin to do many different things. But the important thing is to be able to focus on one thing. So you can do that with practice also. 5 minutes muna today, and then 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes, and then you become better and better. Next, be modest. I just had to put this in there. It is also one of the things that I feel becomes ingrained in my personality is that it's not important what you accumulate, but it's really the attitudes that you gain in life. I feel that it's important to put that in there kasi minsan nakakalimutan natin yun eh, di ba? Meron tayong mga gustong mabili sa buhay, and we forget that those are not really the important things. Next. Life begins when you start putting away your phone. The original statement is life begins after work, but that's not the case anymore nowadays. Because after work, we whip out our phones and then we are distracted by our phone naman. So, I am guilty of this. I am always on my phone. So, I hate to preach because I'm also guilty. But we can try doing this and we can try letting go of our phones a little bit. And that is when we start living our life. That's when we start making real interactions with people. That's when we start seeing the world instead of just taking a photograph of a beautiful sunset. We can actually live it. We can actually experience it. Attitude, baby. Okay. Ano lang naman yan. I just want to reiterate that it all begins with the proper outlook in life. And that includes humility. That includes finding the motivation that we need to succeed. Hindi lang siya about making money, sabi nga nila. It's about what our work means to other people. And that's what will sustain us during the moments that we feel the most tired. When I listen to speakers, sometimes they say that we have to look for our passion and then everything will fall into place. But the question usually is, how do we find our passion? Ang hirap eh. Kayo ba alam niyo kung anong passion ninyo? Ako hindi ko alam eh. Hanggang ngayon. 32 na ako. Goodness. But I think that passion is also something that we develop. When we find something that we are good at, when we find something that has value in our life, then we can cultivate that passion. We can make the work that we do passionate, di ba? We can be passionate about what we do rather than just looking for that secret passion somewhere that might not be achievable. Hindi naman lahat tayo pwedeng maging, halimbawa, travel host, di ba? Ako, paano ko sabihin ko ang passion ko ay maging international singing sensation? Eh, ang problema, hindi naman ako marunong kumanta. So, obviously, there is a disconnect. But if we find something that we are good at and that gives joy to other people, then we can put our energies into that passion instead. And we can live a much more fulfilling life.